Hi, good morning. Welcome back to Farmer Truck TV. We got our newest one here. He's eating, doing really good. So we can get in there kind of pretty decent on the bottle already. Two bulls here. They're on theirs. He's kind of straightening out, but he's got definitely, I'm going to have to kind of brace him and split him. He'll probably be in the next day or so. They're pretty good on the milk bar. Then we have little heifer here, and then we got a good sized bull there. So I'm gonna get them all fed now and get some extra bedding down. It's been really wet and rainy. It's supposed to be rainy the next couple days or so. So I'm gonna get that done. We're gonna have to run to the feed store here in a little bit. He's kind of wild, isn't he? Yeah, right here. Full of life, full of life. Whoa, whoa, right here, bud. Right here, bud. Woo! Here comes the rain. Probably can't see it, but it's not very nice out, so I got to make sure the bedding is good. So we're going to do an extra layer of bedding. Luckily the barn doesn't leak or anything. So I'm going to get all these guys fed. We have a lot of stuff. It sucks that the rain's coming down. I mean, rain's good for grass, rain's terrible for working in. Someone the other day, or last night, asked where all the calves have been buying. Well, taking these cheap calves, keeping a few, raising them up a little bit, put some weight on them, resell them. Some of the bottles I just get rid of because they weren't anything spectacular, like those really small heifers and stuff. I'm not gonna take the time to put a lot of weight on them. I might as well sell them kind of at a flat rate when they're that small. But the whole point of it though is to keep building up some of our cash reserves so we can buy some higher end calves. So we get some Angus crosses and some beef crosses. And then we're going to start buying a few stockers. So that's going to be coming up here soon. Because I got to, like I said, I'm going to fence some areas out here so we can run some stockers out there. Maybe buy a couple that are 300-400 pounds so we can get them on hay, get them on pasture a little bit. Then we have the other property that we can run them out there too. So we're kind of building up. I know it seems like there's a lot of coming and going. There is, because I'm trying to build up the farm here and I need the cash. So we're gonna keep feeding these people now. These cows. They're really hungry, so I better get on that now. Just hang around. Well, we got some odds and ends. It's gonna be more of like a vlog type. Just kind of follow me around today. I hope you don't mind. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on this. So I've never trained them for the milk bar. I just kind of plopped it in there. Heifer took to it quick. Let's see if he picks up on it. Smell it. Might have to get in there, put their mouths on it. It's kind of in a bad spot. But once they figure it out, come on. Do I gotta hop in there? Probably should lift it up one peg, maybe. Might be too high if I go up one. So let me hop in there and see if I can't train him up. He's so close to finding it. Come on. They always lick the sides. They know there's food in there. Come on, there you go. He's on. There we go. Nice. I'll cut down on my individual feedings here. No, these milk bars are great. If you're doing any more than one calf, I think it's worth it. 'Cause you don't have to put a full load in there and just let him eat. He's kind of letting it dribble. He's going to be a little wasteful today. But they'll figure it out quick, and it makes life so much easier. Just dump it in there, you know, sterilize the nips between calves, and just let them have at it. So hopefully they can kind of catch up. And I might bump this up one a little bit higher real quick. Said add some height to it. So how I kind of do it, you're going to splash it all over. So I don't think I've ever really kind of talked about my feeding kind of regimen when I first get them from the auction. So I never just give them a full. So usually the manufacturers, here, hold on, let me spin this around so I can talk to you. All right, so usually the manufacturer wants, if they kind of take a 100-pound calf, then they say it's usually 10 ounces of replacer. So let me find my cup. So depending on, well, this one's kind of getting nasty, but so there'll be marks on here Full cup is 10 ounces, dry weight approximately. A lot of people weigh it out. You should weigh it out so you can get the proper ratios. But when I first get them from the auction, they're usually just off mama. They're on whole milk. So I don't give them a full 10 ounces. I kind of work them up to 10 ounces. So like his first feeding, he got 4. And then today he got 6. And his next feeding, he'll probably get either 6 or 8. And I kind of work him up. I don't just kind of shock their system like that. Because every time I've done it, I tend to they get upset stomachs and they start getting the poos and everything else. So I slowly work them up. And like I said, they all get a shot of penicillin when they start. And that tends to kind of weed out all the bad that was in them. And away they go. Now these two, they're doing great now, but they were kind of problematic at first. Like their first feeding they kind of took. The next day they were kind of lethargic and just kind of laying down. I ended up tubing them both with a replacer. They each got a bottle right down their belly. And then the next night, last night, they were rare and ready to go. They were hungry. They were alive. So they just weren't sure what they were trying to do. And then obviously if the scour kind of starts building up, you know, I do what everyone else does. I'll give them an egg for 2 feedings, back off the replacer, add egg, then I build them back up and kind of monitor their stools. If they continue to have real nasty poos, then you kind of got to go back to the drawing board. But that tends to kind of do it. Always keep the liquids though. You want to keep that constant hydration. If you start trying to back off, so say you have them on 2 quarts of water to whatever your replacer is, always keep that 2 quarts of water, at least in my opinion. Keep the 2 quarts of water to keep that hydration going, even if you back off the replacer and adding egg and doing these other things. That's key to keeping them. Obviously, scours dehydrates them when they die. So, been doing that, and I've had really good luck. I rarely now lose a calf. It's very rare. The big thing is definitely don't be afraid to tube feed your calves. If you can't get them to suck and they're just kind of whatever, give them a little bit of time, let them get hungry. If they're still not sucking, I'm always more safe than sorry, and I'll run a tube down there and I'll get them a full dose of whatever, depending if they need electrolytes or they need a replacer. You'll know, you'll learn what they need. But don't be afraid. Tubing, I know it's a lot of newbies are kind of scared of the tube. It's not that big of a deal. Once you do it a couple times, it's second nature. You get it in there, you dump it, you're done. Now you can get them, like here's one here. It's just a cheapie, nothing fancy. Put the tube down, it's got a hard tube, it's got a knob on the end. So you can't, or they say you shouldn't be able to as easily push it down their windpipe. So it won't go in there. That's, I guess that ball's for it. So you can guide it and they'll swallow it and then it'll go down the esophagus, which is to the left side. So when I have to do the next one, I'm going to get something here so I can kind of be more in the frame and show you these things that I'm doing. But yeah, so we're getting everyone fed now. Like I said, everyone's already chilling now. They're kind of bedding down. I got them closed off. I don't want them going outside and getting all wet right now. Just want them to hang out in here. I had the fresh air, all the doors open, so they get good fresh air, keep the moisture out. They're doing good. How much they got left in there? Quite a bit. They're kind of babying it, but I did put quite a bit in there. Not replace or just water. Keep them hydrated. Like I said, we got to go. I'm running low on replacer. And I was getting it at Tractor Supply because I had good luck with Mana Suckle Pro. And I was using that for a good while. But then a buddy of mine, Dave, who's on the last video, he switched to this. It's pretty much the same formula. It's a 20/20, all milk proteins, no soy. Now, soy is a big thing. Some people tend to, you know, not mind the soy in there because it's just another protein for them. But I like to stick with as natural as possible. It's already an unnatural way of feeding. I don't like to start sticking soy in there. So it's kind of where we're at now. I'm gonna let them finish up and I'll see you here in a minute. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2. There you go. Oh, wait, I'm starting my phone. Good job.
The wind is like flying
on the rope swing. Huh?
The wind is flying in my face.
All right, go upside down. Go upside down. Dun, 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 dun. Good job, buddy.
He has water on his back.
You gonna pet his butt?
No.
That's his butt end. There he is.
That's the one on your butt?
That's one of them, yeah.
Hey, you didn't buy 1, 2, 3, 5. But,
yeah, there's 5 in here, yeah.
But, yeah. You bite that one, but you can bite that
Oh,
one.
that one's got a wet tail. We gotta figure out what's going on with that.
And poop.
Yeah, that one's got a little poo, but yeah. Look at this one.
Good boy.
Yeah.
Can I name it?
Sure. What do you want to? What do you want to name him?
Barrel.
Barrel.
Yeah.
Barrel.
Barrel.
Okay, that's fine. Barrel it is.
Hey, Barrel. I'm trying to reach him.
Well, reach down lower, son. You're reach down lower in the fence. There you go. Yeah, see how much easier that is?
Good boy.
Yeah.
Boy.
There you go.
What's that shiny spot?
Huh?
What's that shiny spot?
That shiny spot?
Yeah.
That's where a sticker was.
Why is it really sticky?
It's a long story. When they auction them, they put a sticker on them, so they don't so they can keep track of whose is who. I think that one pooed and then sat in that area. That's old poo. It's wet. Okay, are we all set?
Oh.
Yeah, he's still working it out. I don't know what we're gonna do with him.
That one's still working now. She's doing it.
Yeah? Okay. Well, let's go get in the house, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna pet him just one more pet.
Oh, one more pet. All better?
Stick my face on that.
You stuck your face in there? You probably got a little poop on your lip. Let me see. Nope, no poop on your lip. Anna, you gonna pet him before we go?
Stick it right on the hay.
No? Okay.
Stick it on the hay.
All right, let's roll. All right, so right here for the evening feed. Sorry I didn't get as much of the errands and stuff, take you long as I wanted. The weather actually cleared up, so I hung out with the kids a little bit. They wanted their rope swing up. They love being out here just as much as I do, so they really were hounding about that rope swing. It was just a rope for a while, and they weren't thrilled with that. So they were just having a good time. They like coming out here and seeing the calves too. So yeah, I keep kind of a goofy schedule. I do 11 and 11. I'm naturally kind of a night owl. So I do 11 and then 11 morning, 11 at night. And it worked well when I was still working. But no, everyone here is doing great. I know this video was a little different. I hope you still kind of enjoyed it, learned something, enjoyed it. I will see you tomorrow. And hopefully tomorrow the weather holds out. It doesn't look like it's going to. It looks like the rain's going to start here in about 4 in the morning. And rain all day. So it'll be another rainy day. Maybe you can find something to get done around here. That's going to do it for me. Hope everyone's doing great, grand. And I'll see you tomorrow.